see, we're the Skaggs family from Lexington, Oklahoma. Welcome to our home. Woo!
When Brian and Audra Skaggs got married, they bought an old fixer-upper out in the country. Audra taught preschool, and Brian dedicated his life to being a cattle rancher.
This is my ranch manager, Jet Skaggs.
Life was going well. Then Jet got sick. He had problems breathing, cried constantly, and couldn't gain weight. Brian and Audra took him to several doctors, but no one knew exactly what was wrong.
I asked Audra, I said, watch him crawl. And he'd crawl about 4 or 5 feet, stop, and take a break. The next morning, he passed out on us and quit breathing. I mean, his eyes rolled back in the back of his head, and it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
He was basically gone, and Brian gave him CPR on the sofa.
Doctors gave the Skaggs a devastating diagnosis. Jet had a heart defect, and the only thing that would save him was a risky heart transplant.
The waiting part, just to be able to even get a heart, was probably the hardest part of everything. Over and over and over, he would go into cardiac arrest, and I just remember just watching the chest compressions and watching the paddles where they would shock him and bring him back each time. And I thought several times to myself, you know, he might not make it.
Jet was flown to Texas Children's Hospital in Houston. With time running out, a donor heart miraculously became available. An 11-month-old Jet received a heart transplant.
He started to wake up, and we were there sitting by his bed. He just kind of turned his head over to us and smiled at us.
I even have a picture of it, and I remember taking it with my cell phone and sending it to everybody I knew, and they were just like, oh my gosh.
My brother, he had holes in his heart, and he got a new one. Now it works really well.
Jet, he's basically alive because a family made a decision to be an organ donor. So we started the Jet Skaggs Foundation. We take toys to the Heart Center, and when the kids go in for surgeries, it's a way of getting their mind off things.
Even though Jet is very much a success story, we always have to keep in the back of the mind that his new heart will probably only last about 10 to 12 years, and at that time, we'll have to do another type of operation to support Jet.
He is facing a lifetime of medical treatment. He takes rejection medicine 3 times a day to keep his heart healthy, and he has a suppressed immune system because of it.
He's much more susceptible to infections, and any kind of organism that's out in public is something that is a potential risk to him. You know, the household that he lives in needs to be as clean an environment as possible. Mold, mildew, and fungus are things that we would worry about. Even the common cold can be a threat to Jet.
Jet's medical bills have begun to stack up. Our payment out of pocket has been between $15,000 and $20,000 a year. We have chosen Jet's health over making certain repairs in our home. However, you know, we're getting to the point where the home is hazardous for him.
We've already got a miracle baby right now. I just want to see him in a safe, clean environment to where we don't have to worry about anything else causing him any harm.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Cute kids, right?
Yes, what a great family.
So what do you say? Can we do this? Bring it in there, people. Are you with me?
Oh yes.
Well, then let's do it! All right, guys, here we go. All ready? Here we go. Good morning, Skaggs family! Audra, Brian, Barrett, Jet, get out here!
To hear Ty's voice say, "Good morning, Skaggs family," is one of the biggest sighs of relief that a father can feel. You know, we were getting in a pretty good hole that was sure getting hard to climb out of.
This is our design team. We've got Exhibit, Michael, our new guest designer, Jillian Harris, is here.
Hi, guys.
And this is Tanya and Santino. These are our viewer volunteers. So, you guys have definitely been through a lot with this guy, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, because we lost him 6 times.
You lost him 6 times. What do you mean?
He was in cardiac arrest 6 times.
So now you guys are in this house, and it sounds like from the tape, it's not exactly the healthiest place for him to be.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Got one of the greatest gifts a guy can have right here. I just wish I could get him in a little bit safer environment.
Last piece of the puzzle. Now it's time to bring him home. Take me down. Yeah!
Pulled up in the limo, I could hear this huge crowd of people cheering. It says so much about in our community. Every person that had anything to do with that, whether it was hanging a nail on the wall or just maybe saying a prayer for us, I am just eternally grateful.
So, you think we should move this bus, see what's behind it?
Let's do it.
All right. You guys know what to say? Say it with me. Here we go. Bus driver! Move that bus!
Look at that, Mom. That's a new house.
With the old house, we were getting to a breaking point where we were, in a desperate situation. The siding was rotted. The roof was beginning to cave in, and it sat on basically just the dirt. The new house, it's going to completely change our life because we're not going to have that worry. How are we going to make a better place for our kids? No matter what comes, they have a safe place to be.
Hi, ABC. We're the Wagstaff family from Gainesville, Florida.
We're a very artistic family. We're very into music. TJ is our oldest. He's 7.
Our second oldest boy is Rudy. He is 6 now.
Dallas is 5, and he is definitely the entertainer of the group. Jolene is 4, and she is the princess, but she never lets her brothers step on her toes.
Jill and Tobin Wagstaff met in the band at the University of Florida. Tobin played the drums and Jill played the tuba. And when they started their family, they were determined to pass their love of music on to not only their children, but the community as well.
I'm gonna count you off. 1, 2, out, go.
My wife and I both have been involved in music our entire lives. It was something that we really felt helped us when we were growing up and gave us something positive to do and kept us out of trouble.
Music gave us a place to belong and a place to feel like we were needed. And that's so important to our development as young people. We really want to be able to offer that to everyone.
So the Wagstaff started Studio Percussion, a nonprofit music school. They made it their mission to provide exposure to the arts for all people, including those with financial limitations, disabilities, and at-risk youth.
Music and the arts are always one of the things that are cut when budgets get tight. And Studio Percussion does a great job of filling the gap between what the public school system can do and what families can do on their own.
My son Justin is a drummer here at Studio Percussion. There have been times where I couldn't afford the tuition, and Tobin has never turned Justin away.
Tobin really changed my life. He's been a great role model for me. Ever since I joined Studio Percussion, I've become more confident, my grades have gone up, and it's really made me more a happy person and a better person, I think.
Music gives you courage, and it teaches you to look at things in a different way that you normally would. And I wouldn't be able to do this without Tobin.
The Wagstaffs are pillars in their community and have donated countless hours of lessons for music programs at needy schools. They are so dedicated to helping every kid have access to the arts that they have made great financial sacrifices to keep Studio Percussion open. But their house has suffered over the years.
We have a lot of structural safety issues. This is where we have a lot of the water damage and we have a big leak coming through. And every time it rains, we end up having to put buckets out and towels. And even with that, we're still having a lot of problems with the floor rotting and getting water damage underneath it.
We have holes leading into our attic and into our wall spaces where we know that rodents have been coming and going and other types of critters.
When you flush the toilet and you turn on the water, it does the sound.
Every time we fix a major problem, something else creeps up that we have to take care of. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. We're really passionate about what we're trying to do with our work through the studio percussion. And it's at a point now where we can't continue our work there and maintain the level of maintenance that's required on our home.
I don't know what we would do without studio percussion. The studio has meant so much to our family and to my son. I can't imagine not having it.
I feel like that my job is to work and make it happen, and I can't do that anymore. That makes me feel inadequate. It makes me feel like I can't provide for my family.
ABC! Move that bus!
Nice.
That's great.
Awesome, right?
Yeah.
What up with the Mohawks, though, Ty?
That's rock and roll, Polly.
Is
It's
it?
rock and roll, yeah.
All right.
I mean, here's the thing. If the Wagstaff family continue to have to live in that unsafe house, they will not be able to keep studio percussion going. So what do you say? Can we do this?
Yeah.
Put in there, people. Are you with me?
With you.
Well, then let's
Do it!
Let's go, Polly. Let's go. All right, you guys ready? All right, here we go. Good morning, Wagstaff family! Tobin, Jill, TJ, Rudy, oh my God!
Wow, this is crazy. This is not happening.
So I have to say, man, way to bring the Mohawks. That's pretty rockin' stuff. So we saw your tape, and I have to say, it's pretty incredible what you guys do with music. Why is that so important to you?
Music and the arts is a way that you can express yourself in ways that you can't verbally or in the other way, you know, communication-wise, and it feels good to release that and
Be part of something.
and be part of something and learn valuable skills in life and everything. You know, I don't think it's news to anybody, but every day we live, they're cutting more funding for the arts, and they're taking away all the things that give people an outlet to express themselves, and we just want to give that back.
There are just so many people screaming and yelling and cheering. You could look at their faces and they were so excited. That's what meant the most to me, was just seeing the community come together.
Well, you guys ready to see what's behind the bus? You guys know what to say? Say it with me. Here we go. Bus driver, move that bus!
First saw that house, I mean, it was really just disbelief. I don't know how to put into words what it's like when you receive a gift like that. Our old house could best be described as a shack that we turned into a home. And now we have a house that will become our home. It sort of seems like, in comparison, that the sky's the limit as far as what we'll be able to do with that home.
Hi, ABC. We're the Scott family from Woodlawn, Tennessee.
I use the adjective amazing a lot because that's what I think my family is. My girls inspire me. They keep me going. What makes me the saddest when I look into my girls' eyes is the fact that their dad's not here.
Hundreds of law enforcement officers from across the Mid-South filled the streets of Clarksville Wednesday in solemn tribute to two fallen heroes. Last week, Officer David Scott and Yamil Baez Santiago died in the line of duty while pursuing a robbery suspect. Both men served in the armed services, so both were buried with full military and police honors.
And one day, in an instant, all of my dreams, my hopes were all taken away from me and my family. On that day, David and Jamil went to work, and there was a high-speed chase, and David was killed. And not only was he killed, but he burned. They told me I couldn't see him. The best friend I've ever had, the father of my children, I never got to say goodbye. That day, I will never forget.
It hurts really bad. My dad was a great guy. He was the #1 dad, but yeah, he was awesome.
After the funeral, I immediately thought, I want to help others. There was an organization called COPS, Concerns of Police Survivors. It's an organization solely for survivors of fallen law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. And I was like, that's for me. That's it. And I am now president of the Middle and East Tennessee COPS. I'm a survivor helping other survivors.
After David died tragically in the line of duty, Trina was able to take a negative and make it a positive. She gives everything she's got to other families, and that's a special person.
My husband, Jamil, and David died together. I'm still dealing with the death of my husband, and Trina Scott is always there for me every time I need her to support me and tell me, to stand up and keep going.
You're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you just don't know how you're gonna take another step. But yet you've got a number, and that number's for Trina, and you call it, and you get through another night.
I don't want a survivor to ever be alone. I want to be there for them. This is what David would want, or he'd be proud of me doing. But in devoting all of my time to my girls and to my organization, I've sort of neglected myself and my home. My house is a safety hazard. The major issues with my home are the termites that are underneath my home that the inspector came out and said, I don't know how your foundation is still standing. You have so many termites.
The tricky thing with termites is the fact that they like to hide and they don't really want to be detected. And sometimes families don't realize that they have a problem until it's too late. And I truly believe that's the case here with the Scott family. Given it enough time, eventually the flooring's going to cave in. The walls are going to cave in, and it's going to be a serious problem.
My house might look nice when you see it. It's standing, but I have no idea how long. And I wonder, if my girls and I are in bed at night and the foundation gives way, the whole house will give way. I'm supposed to be the strong one. I'm supposed to take care of my kids. And so for once in my life, I'm now asking, please help my family and I.
Wow. Amazing story, right?
Yeah.
We can't change what happened to these guys, but what we can do is help them sort of move forward. And this week, we're gonna have lots of help. I've got a special guest volunteer coming.
Who's coming?
I'm not gonna tell you right now, but seriously, it's gonna be awesome. So what do you say? Can we do this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, bring it in, people. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then let's do it! Here we go, guys. Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Good morning, Scott family! Trina, Layla, Deidre, and Alethea, come on out here! I know.
You're gonna give me another?
Yes. I know you guys have been through a lot, man. I know you've lost a lot, and I just wanted you guys to know we're so sorry for your loss.
It's been hard, being an instant widow and single mom. Every day I have to wake up and not be able to tell them Daddy's gonna be here, or also try to make ends meet and do everything I'm supposed to do for my girls to make it what my husband and I wanted for our children. So that's been hard. I think all of it's been hard.
Well, we're gonna help you with that, okay?
Thank you.
All right, people, we finished the house. Let's bring them home.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Welcome home, Scott family.
It's very heartwarming to know that people care about us. I didn't know Mom had touched so many hearts with just doing what she loved to do. The survivors mean everything to my mom, and they just wanted to be there for her this time. It was a beautiful feeling.
So what do you say? You guys ready to see this house?
Yes, yes.
You guys know what to say. Say it with me. Bus driver.
When I saw the outside of the house, jaw dropped. I was like, this is beautiful. My old house was a headache. It was a home that was falling apart because of how bad the damage was. The new house is amazing. I'm gonna be racing after school to get home. It's beautiful.
Hi, ABC! We're the Montgomery family from Philo, Illinois, and welcome to our home. Woo!
Nathan and I met our senior year of high school. We started dating and have been together ever since.
We have 4 awesome kids, amazing kids. Ashton is our oldest at 13.
Benjamin would be our next child, and he will be 9.
And then there's Addie, our first girl. She's 5 years old.
Lily is our youngest, and she is 4.
My family's the best because they always be nice to us. It is the best because I do have a lot of friends in my family. Yes, because you love them very much and you care about them.
6 years ago, Nathan was climbing the corporate ladder, but Nathan and Jenny realized there was something more to life. They decided to dedicate their lives to helping those less fortunate. Nathan left the corporate world to open Salt and Light.
Salt and Light is a nonprofit organization that serves families who are at or below the poverty line in Champaign County. And we do that through the services of food pantry, for starters, and just anything somebody can use that's in good shape, we take and give away. For me, starting Salt and Light was this desire to do something of greater significance. Our priorities changed from that desire to continue to gain more material things to seek for maybe a greater purpose.
I really do like seeing people get help from Salt and Light and knowing that we're actually doing something for the community.
It makes me feel really, really, really good to help people.
Nathan has had great success with Salt and Light, but the small charity they started has become a full-time operation. The economic crisis put a lot more families in their community below the poverty line, and the services Salt and Light offer are more important than ever.
Salt and Light is completely dependent on donations. And so with all of the struggles throughout the economy, how hard it's hit everyone, sometimes the donations don't come in.
We've struggled at Salt and Light to just keep up with the day-to-day expenses of doing what we do. Where we're at right now, we're not going to be able to keep up with it.
Last year, their food pantry assisted 10,000 families. I can't think of another family that has done so much to really help the poor. For lots of families, Salt and Light is the only option.
The choices that Jenny and I made have obviously dictated what our priorities are. Unfortunately, it's kind of reached this point of crisis here at our home where it's kind of gotten beyond anything that we can do. We know the home is at least 105 years old. It's a brick foundation that is crumbling, and our siding is an old particle board siding that is literally falling apart and falling off. When you look at the foundation and the electrical and the plumbing and the roof and the windows, it's just literally falling apart around us.
It's sad because it's not safe, and I want my children to be in a safe home. I'm not gonna say it's easy. Times are tough, and you know, you go through hard times, but it's worth it.
Oh, wow, this is awesome.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Incredible, right?
Yeah, really inspiring.
We got to help these guys out.
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. We also have some very special volunteers coming to help us out later this week. I'll tell you later.
Come on.
So what do you say? Can we do this?
All right.
We'll bring them in here, people. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it! Usually when we surprise the family, we show up at their house. But with Nathan and Jenny and their family, they spend all their time at Salt and Light. So I figure, you know what? This time we're actually gonna surprise the family where they work. Come on, come on, come on.
You're moving all my hangers. I gotta have some hangers down.
Good morning, Montgomery family!
Surprise! Oh, I'm shaking. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I'm so glad you guys are here.
We're so glad too.
Seeing Ty and Michael and Dee Dee and Johnny is incredible. I think a weight was lifted, you know, knowing that our home was gonna be safe. But to be able to share it with the people we love, the volunteers that have been with us all of these years, just very honored.
All right, people, we finished the house. Let's bring them
I have never felt so anxious, so nervous with anticipation before in my life. My hands were literally trembling with just this nervous energy. It was like the ultimate Christmas present experience.
Welcome home,
To see all of those people that had helped build us a home, it's so amazing. I know that many of them were taking vacation days to give us this. Those are precious, precious days, and they gave them to my family.
As you guys have probably seen, your whole community has been here for you this week. It's been phenomenal.
Thank you.
You give so much to these guys, and it was so cool to see a whole community give back to you. And I think behind this bus is going to show you what a lot of people volunteering can do. So what do you say? You want to see what's behind this bus?
Yeah. You guys know what to say? Say it with me. Here we go. Bus driver, move that
Oh my God! Can you believe that? Look at that! Look at that!
Look at that. That is so beautiful.
Oh my gosh!
Can you believe that?
That is our house.
I don't know that I ever thought we would have a home that looked like that. It's just so gorgeous. My house has always been a struggle for me. I would often get mad at myself because I felt like, you know, I should be content. As bad as it was, I had a home and my family was healthy. I have a husband who loves me and takes care of us. And so I'm really fortunate. But there's always that part of me in the back of my mind that just wanted a pretty home. And I have that.